call emus green.
Zombie, zombie.
We played lots of cool songs.
Cranberries was David's favorite band back in high school. Zombie, he only knew that one song.
Sam basically taught me guitar.
Stop it.
He taught me guitar. Yeah.
Anyways, Carolina, I have history with Carolina. We have been in a couple bands together, and she played bass in one of our live shows during Ghost by Go, because why not have a Walter worker be more than just a pretty face, and turns out that Chelsea and Camille, being sisters, they have a ballet background, and we're like. I mean, once we dusted off, turned back the clock, and threw Honeybee in the trash.
We're just kidding.
It's in the recycling bin, if anything.
Our set was going to look like this. Honeybee, wired wrong, turn back the clock. It's like, why are...
And then everyone gets in a bathtub with a toaster.
This getting too depressing.
Well, yeah, we wanted to have some more upbeat stuff, so we can't have all these ballads, otherwise it wouldn't be right.
It's like the opposite of us starting to curse and talk about diapers on stage. Yeah, think about it. Anyways, so we definitely wanted to have more than just the mopey "Turn Back the Clock" playing by itself, because we really wanted to focus in on the lyrics and stuff and not have too much of anything going on. I don't even know. What was that LA thing? I don't even know.
It was, what I remember is when we were talking about like MK3 songs that we're going to perform, Turn Back the Clock was just something we've never done before. Like it's like one singer, there's little to no harmony.
There's almost no instrumentation.
Yeah, it's like the only way that we could think is that this has to be like ballet or something. We didn't know, but we're like, well, we can't tackle this right now. The show is not theatrical enough. But we started adding a lot more theatrical elements, so the time just felt right. And I think
I was hiking with Chelsea and Camille. I was like, hey, it would be cool if you guys did ballet or something on stage. And they're like, oh, we haven't done ballet in like years. Like we retired, because they get injuries and stuff, and then they basically only a few people can do ballet for the rest of their lives. But I said, hey, why don't you start working on it, and then we'll get together with Bunny and figure it out.
it's getting good. I mean, I hope we can eventually record it and do like a live version or something. But we're still working.
I still haven't seen it.
Crowing?
I'm always facing
it looks
the other
cool.
way.
They're like, they're in white and stuff, right?
Are they? They could be like slapping each other for a while.
I guess it's difficult for them to do it on carpet, and the stage is carpeted, and they haven't ever done it on carpet.
That's why it was so bad last night. Oh, man.
Well, every artist is a perfectionist, and they're like, oh, it was carpeted stage, but I was like, well, you can't ever choose what the floor will be. So it's good practice.
We might have to
We've
plan
done it
nails.
5 times by now.
I think it's a step in the right direction for us to just more theatrical.
Well, we got lucky too that they have ballet background. I mean, who the heck has ballet background?
Plus, they're like sisters, and
really
they have
good.
chemistry.
Looked really good.
Good.
Yeah,
They can keep their jobs.
they're really they're not here right now, but they're like an integral part to the band. I mean, they sell our own merchandise. We don't have the time to do it.
I mean,
Walter
that's
workers
where we
are.
make all of our money anyways, is merchandise.
And that's why we, a Walter worker doesn't, we just have to trust them firstly. And then if they have something that they can, I mean, that's like true with all of us. Like we all do multiple things, obviously. So it's never, since it's such a small, few person operation, we kind of have to, just to make content for everyone.
I volunteered to be a Walter worker. They didn't trust me.
Nope.
For some reason.
You're made out of yarn.
That means I am bulletproof.
You're also
Goes right
always,
through me.
you're also always holding hands with this creepy, dreaded guy.
He's always touching your back.
Just like that.
The next question.
This is my favorite projection from the show that I totally missed last night.
Aww.
It's during Ghost Mind Go. It's just a non sequitur in there, but it's my favorite projection. I totally missed it last night.
Imagine if that was a real donkey. That'd be awesome.
Next question.
Next question.
Right here. Yeah.
What goes through your heads if you ever have some kind of malfunction on stage, like if you with the player, if you mess up words or something, what goes on? What's your current
painful question. What goes through our heads when we flub up on stage?
It happens often. I think
It's happened like twice, 3 times maybe. Not
the
that
first
often.
experience, it's like the first time it happens, like when you're new to performing, it feels like time slows down and you really worry about it. But I don't know. I've learned to just, don't break your expression. Just keep going. Act like nothing happened, and then just feel terrible on the inside. But just ignore it. I messed up so much last night. I don't know if it was apparent, but I didn't get hardly any sleep, so my focus was.
Well,
just
the
so
key thing, when I took my musical theater and stuff, it's like you just keep going. The recovery is way more important than what you screwed up. I remember it was like drilled into our heads. They would show this video. I don't remember her name, but it was this lady that sang this famous part that everyone knew the lyrics to, and it was just like her, like they were doing like a cabaret kind of thing, like going through famous musical songs, and she was just in regular tire in the audience singing, and all the lyrics were dropped, and she literally was just going, yeah, and making up words, and it was like, but because she was just going forward with it, like no one even questioned it. It was like, oh, these aren't even the lyrics, and it's like a famous song that everyone knows the lyrics to. So that's the thing to keep in mind. I mean, obviously, we play these songs with the zoo thousands of times. There's no reason to mess them up, but it somehow happens. And yeah, we'll go stints without ever. And then usually it's like on hindsight, you're like, wait, I said the wrong lyrics. What happened there?
Oh, I know immediately, but when I say the wrong lyrics, I'm like, these are not the right words. I'm singing it. It's nice to have other people on stage too, because we kind of have each other's backs in case there's like a fumble or something. And I mean, that's part of improv anyways, or whatever, our bits and stuff, so.
Unless we're like a comedy act, I mean, if we were like a serious band.
Yeah, it's not, we don't take it, I mean, we take it serious, but it's easy to just roll with the punches, just because of the premise is so absurd. So, for me, the little things like, I definitely, when I mess up, like hit a wrong note on the bass and stuff, like that's like, I don't know, it's just a drop in the bucket, I've been doing theater since high school, and the first time going on stage will always be the worst experience of my life. Like just the panic, the dread, that will be the worst experience. Everything else is I can deal with it because of that.
I had that experience. My first time on stage, Sam Luke was on stage with me.
Oh,
We
the
were
master
doing the musical,
player at that point, Sam Luke.
We were doing How to Succeed in Business. You were J. Pierpont Finch, which is like the lead character of the musical. And I was like, I don't know
was the
his
master
name. But I was some guy, and I had to pick up the phone, and then because I hadn't seen an audience.
You were guy number 2.
I was like, and I was like, and then you basically said something, ad-libbed something that made me remember my line. And then I really haven't had stage fright since. It's weird. It's weird how Sam you're still in my damn life. Like, what?